Hello, I believe we are live now. Welcome to today's live Q&A. My name is Uzair, and thanks for being with me over here. If you can hear me loud and clear, I would really appreciate if you can put a yes in the chat box so I know that you can see me and hear me okay. Alright, so in today's session I'm going to use responsive search ad over here. Choose your campaign. This is just a test account, so that doesn't matter really. And you will come to this screen. Now you have your final URL, so whichever is your final destination URL you want to send to, you can enter it here. So I want to send them to my blog page. Then we have our display URL. Now there might be some confusion as to what is the difference between the final URL and the display URL. This is, as the name suggests, is just to display. It does not mean that you've got to have that URL exactly the same as the final URL. So if I want to put in Google Ads, I can, even though I may not have this page over here. But what I want to do is to show people in my ad that this is about Google Ads, so it helps improve the click-through rate, and also I am putting in a keyword in here. Now, as the preview over here suggests, you have got headline 1, headline 2, headline 3. All the headlines over here, you've got more than, I believe, 10 headlines you can put up, and up to 4 description lines. I think it's about 15. Yes, I may be wrong. 15 headlines, but I usually put in 10. And you put in your final URL, your display URL, and your descriptions, and that's about it. And what Google will do is going to use different combinations of headline 1, 2, and 3 along with your description 1 and 2, and see which one or which message is performing the best. And you don't need to create lots of multiple ads. It's just going to keep on rotating these headlines and descriptions in different combinations. So it's a very easy way to split test your message and see what's working and what's not working. On the top right hand corner, you got your ad strength. As I have not started my ad writing over here, all of this is showing up as incomplete, but you can also get view ideas under each section in these links as well. So let's get started, but before I do that, let me just have a quick look on the chat. Okay, hello BB. I will come back to your question later on, so let me get this responsive search ad started, and then if you have any further questions or anyone has any questions, please put that in the chat box on the right hand side of your screen. Okay, so let's start with, I want to advertise these YouTube live sessions, so I can put in learn Google Ads live. Usually it's better not to put exclamation mark because sometimes Google disapproves them on YouTube. Obviously we can't put in 32 characters and it goes red, so I need to change that. Now when I hover or select this headline, you will see a little pin over here. Now what that means is I can pin it and I can tell Google always show this in headline number 1, because that is my main message. I don't want this to not to be shown. So I will pin this, and then I can just keep on rotating all of these other headlines as headline 2, headline 3, and so on. So join in live sessions every week. No, it won't say every weekday. So that works. No email opt-in required. Now as I start to write these headlines, you see that the ad strength has now started to become stronger, but it is still poor because all of them have not been set up. Quite often you may find yourself struggling to write 10 headlines. So what you can do is click on the view ideas, and over here you can consider including text about these topics, about your product or service, benefits, brand, call to action, inventory, pricing, and so on, right? Or discounts if you have any. So let me see what I can do. I've given a call to action, which is join in live. I can put in something like learn Google search ads live. Now I don't want to keep on repeating the live every time because this is in the headline 1, so that will always be shown, so I can get rid of that. And I've got 6 characters, that won't give me much. Okay, then you can say learn Google display network ads. No, okay, that's fine. Learn Google or YouTube video ads, and you can start to put in whatever you need to put in. So let me put something along those lines of what else can I put in? Google Ads training every day. Okay, that works. And join Uzair. I'll ask marketing live. Okay, now you'll see that I've got a little check mark over here which says that the headlines, I've got enough headlines, but I've got more. I can add more headlines as well, so I'm going to add a couple more just to show you. Okay, and then now I've not scripted this before, I just thought of this topic right now, so you can spend a bit of time researching and scripting your ad so that the message is really good and different. And as I'm writing these over here, you can see that each headline is a little bit different than the other one. Okay, improve your Google ads. No, that's fine. Want more ROI from your Google. I want to use Google Ads as much as I possibly can, because that is the core message which I want to put across. I can put another one, want higher ROAS from Google Ads. It doesn't work. Get higher. Okay, I can put in, let's try this word. Yeah, that will increase ROAS from Google Ads. So now I've got a variety of headlines in here, which is fine. Now in here you can see that Google is giving you options as to how you can improve your ad strength and your ad by putting in the benefits for your audience. So the benefit could be hassle-free meals in 30 minutes. I mean, obviously this is about cooking, it's just an example, but learn Google Ads in 30 minutes. That could work, because my sessions are usually around 30 minutes. So that is fine. And I put in over here, no email opt-in required, and location I've given as YouTube. Okay, brand, I can put in my brand, learn Google Ads with Uzair. I don't have enough space for my surname, and I can put in learn Google Ads with SF Digital. Okay, I can put in Google Ads with SF Digital, so that works. Now you see over here the headlines are becoming more unique. So let's get some more ideas as to what we can include. Benefits we've had a look at. We've included some brand. So it is saying put in your brand name or your website address as well. So I'm just going to put in sfdigital.co.uk, but I personally don't like this because I'm wasting 15 characters. So although it will show up, the URL is going to show up in the preview or with the display URL, I'm not sure why Google is suggesting that we give the brand name. I can understand, but why they want to put the URL in here. But I can put in Google Ads training with Uzair. Okay, now you can see that it is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 headlines. That's right, it wasn't 10, up to a maximum of 15 headlines you can put in. So all of these headlines are pretty tightly knitted together, and it's all about Google Ads and video ads on YouTube. So I'm happy with that. Now we come to our description. So the description, I want to put in join Uzair every weekday live on YouTube. Now one thing which I would highly recommend is capitalize each word. So it is as per Google's best practices. So don't have some words capitalized and some not. You will see all of these words are all in capital letters, the first one. But what you cannot do is capitalize all the letters. So something like every day, like that, your ads will get disapproved. and then you'll have to change it. So as I'm starting to write the description, you can start to see that the edge strength is changing, although it's still showing poor over here. It is starting to go filling up, so it can't give us any recommendations over here for the description right now. Okay, so it also says include popular keywords in your headlines, and this is quite often I find this very frustrating. Although I am putting in keywords in pretty much every other ad, the system is still not recognizing that my ad is about Google Ads, and still it's not giving me much credit over here. But then you'll just have to, it's trial and error. There's no right way or wrong way. I can't teach you how to get this 100% all the time, but as long as you've got the right message and you start to run the ads. This is Day Live on YouTube. Ask any questions you may have about digital marketing. It won't fill up. So now you see, this is the funny thing is I've only put up one description line and I've got a green tick mark over here, whereas I've got a lot of headlines and it's still telling me to make your headlines more unique. So I guess sometimes putting in a different keyword does the trick as well. So I might try digital marketing over here. So let's try digital marketing. Okay. Okay. Improve your search ads. Let's try that. So I'll just keep on throwing in different things and see whether it makes a bit of difference over here or not. But I know my message is right and relevant for me, so that's fine. Ask any questions you may have about. It won't fit in. Okay. Learn. You can put a little bit about yourself, but try to keep it as much as what's in it for somebody else, and it's not about me, it's about them. So learn digital marketing, Google Ads, video ads, what else, Gmail, sponsored ads, and much more. Every day, every weekday. Okay, that is fine. Now I'm gonna ask them a question. Want to improve your Google Ads campaign performance? Question mark. Join in live every weekday. That works. And then I'm going to add one more because I can put in 4 descriptions. Let's see, what else can we put in? We can put something about video marketing or Google Ads. Get your Google Ads perform. No. Okay. Want to improve. questions answered and improve your campaign or campaigns. That works. So now it is still giving me an ad strength which is poor, although I've used my keywords quite a lot in the descriptions. Let me save it and see what happens. Sometimes it changes. Okay, let's go back in here. Okay, cancel that. Okay, it's still giving me a poor ad strength as poor, but just keep an eye on it, and once it starts running, try and tweak some headlines and change a few things, and then it will start to give you a better ad strength. But that's how you put in your headlines and your descriptions, and then all you do is let it run, and Google is going to mix and match the headlines and the descriptions, and it's a very easy and simple way to split test your ads with the different headlines and descriptions. Okay, I'm gonna have a look at the questions. Okay, so my usually ads appear at the top and bottom of the search engine result page, but sometimes they appear at the bottom. Why? Okay, so you got 4 ads at the top and then some at the bottom. The bottom ones hardly get any clicks. The reason why you are not getting your ads shown at the top is because you're losing out in the ad rank and in the auction. So there may be a variety of things which you need to look at. First thing is your bids. If your bids are lower, then you probably will get outbid by your competition. So that's the first thing which I would bid up. Now the thing is, a lot of people get scared by bidding too high. Okay, so the average CPC which Google is recommending is, let's say, $3. If I'm not getting ranked in the top 4, I'll bid $6, $7 and be very aggressive to start with, because if it's a new campaign, your quality score hasn't been calculated yet. Google is just going to have a look at your keywords, your ad and your landing page, and give you either a low or a high quality score. But to improve your quality score, CTR is one of the most important things. So if your ads and your keywords are very tightly knitted and you start to get the clicks, your quality score will improve. But you're not going to get the clicks if your ad doesn't show at the top. So I would recommend that you bid high. Even if you bid $10, don't worry about it. You will not get charged $10. But what you will do is be able to beat your competitors and start to get your ads ranked in the top 4. Now what you can't see is the average position anymore. Google has taken that out. So all you need to do is to look at the ad rank and how much you are losing out in there. And if you are losing out quite a bit and your search impression share is very low, then you need to bid up. So hope that answers the question. My call only ads are 3 to 4 times more expensive than regular display ads. How to lower call only ads CPC? Call only ads are the most expensive, and you cannot compare oranges to apples. Display campaigns are completely different. Call only will be the most expensive ads you are going to run on Google. The reason being, the call only ads are going to be the best performing ads and the best converting ads, because instead of somebody filling in a form and sending it to you, they are calling you. They are interested in your product, services, and they looked at your ad and they liked what they see, and now you have this opportunity to convert them into a customer. They are on the phone to you, and the ball is now in your court. So this is what I always tell everyone. Most people are trying to reduce cost. Oh, how do I reduce CPCs? Or how do I reduce my budget? And how do I reduce my cost? Not at all, because if you are reducing everything, you are going to lose out in Google Ads. The name of the game is to improve profitability. As long as you are getting a positive return on investment or return on ad spend, you don't care, or I don't care, or my customers won't care what is the CPC, because whatever they're giving, if they give Google $10 and they're getting back 15 or 20 or 30, it doesn't matter really what that amount is, because it's not coming out of their marketing budget. It is, you take the money from the customers, you give some to Google, and then you keep on doing it over and over again. So the name of the game, and the person who is willing and able to pay the most to acquire a customer or a lead will always win. And if you are just focused on reducing that cost, your campaigns won't go anywhere, and you will not be able to compete in the auction. My ads are under review for 3 weeks now. I have called them 2 times. They are still under review. Unfortunately, with the situation we are in right now, I think every business is struggling, and there are delays with the approval of ads. From my personal opinion, the text ads or the search ads, expanded text ads, get approved fairly quickly. The problem I'm also experiencing is the approval of video ads and image ads. So I guess you will have to write this one out and see when they approve your ads, and let's hope and pray that this COVID situation gets resolved very quickly, and we are back to our lives and not being quarantined. Okay, another question is, ad isn't appearing at the top but at the bottom. That's the same one. Okay, so I believe I've answered everyone's questions. If anyone has got any other question, please let me know. Hello Emmanuel, I'm here again if not. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your comment. He's saying I'm here again, and if not for you I would not be here today. Appreciate that comment. Just keep working hard, keep learning, keep improving, and I'm enjoying these sessions as well, and I want to give back as much as I can. And as I've said earlier on, if I make a difference to even one of you, I'm going to carry on running these sessions, hopefully for you guys to learn something and to improve your skills, because now everybody has got time, everybody is stuck at home, there are no excuses. If somebody says to me right now, oh, I don't have time to learn Google Ads or YouTube or video marketing, I'm sorry, but I just don't accept that excuse. Okay, Emmanuel, your question is, I have over 70 keywords. Okay, you're typing in the question. It doesn't matter really how many keywords you have in a campaign, as long as they are all relevant. You use as many as you really want. Okay, I'm waiting here for your question, but I'm just gonna scroll through in the meantime and see I've answered every question. Okay, what percentage of people come to the website when ad appears at the top? So that question is, I believe, about click-through rate. So whatever is your click-through rate would be the number of clicks on your ads. So if your ads are shown 100 times and 10 people click on your ad, that's a 10% CTR or click-through rate, and 10 people are going to come to your website. Now, I'm asked quite often, what's the best CTR, or what CTR should I be aiming for? There is no good or bad number, because first of all, search campaign CTR is different to display and to video. They are different. The search campaigns will get the highest CTR. The display and the video ads are top of the funnel. They are not on intent based, but we are creating brand awareness and getting in front of people. So the CTR is going to be very low, which is fine, because that is not the metric we are aiming for. We want to get clicks, but you can never match the CTR on display to Google. If you are getting high CTR, I would definitely look at your placements, because I believe that would be a clicks which are being fraudulently clicked on your ads, and you may be losing out or big time on your budget. So just make sure that you don't have a very high CTR on the Google display network. Now, on the search network, the brand campaigns, if you are running, will always have a higher CTR compared to a non-branded keyword campaign. So that also you need to keep an eye on it. Okay, Emmanuel, your question is, I have 70 keywords in my SKAGs, okay, but then I have a problem. How can I be able to run ads for 2 separate customers? I don't understand your question, Emmanuel. You should not be running 2 separate campaigns for your customers. Do you mean that for your customers or the customers for your business? So SKAGs, those of you who don't know what it is called single keyword ad group. So you only have 1 keyword per ad group. So if you can rephrase that question, I'll be happy to answer that for you as to what you're trying to ask. Okay, the next question. Hello Pranav, thanks for sending this question. Is dynamic remarketing helpful in case of service-based industry? You need to have a lot of traffic, because I'll give you an example. On my website, we've got Google Ads, web design, photography, video marketing, video production. So what you can do is keep it simple. You don't need to go very fancy with dynamic remarketing, because we only have a handful of services, not like an e-commerce website where you may have hundreds or thousands of products. So keep it simple, and you can set up a campaign in your remarketing that if somebody goes on my Google Ads account or Google Ads page, show ads from this campaign or ad group. If somebody goes to a video marketing one, show the video marketing ad. So that is kind of dynamic, because it is relevant that somebody went to that page and they are getting shown that same message for your service. So I wouldn't go about trying to set up dynamic search ads. It just won't work. Just keep it simple and set them up. Okay, hello Sai. If we are going for the responsive ads, then do we need to pause the regular ads? Great question. I'm glad you asked. You don't have to. What you can do is, let me go back over here. So I'm in my ads, right? And I can put in text ad as well. So you can run both. So extended text ads as well as your responsive. So usually what you can do is put 2 extended text ads and 1 responsive, and then you can split test quite easily, and you'll start to see the difference. Okay, Emmanuel, you are saying that they are all in the same field of business. So I presume you are running campaigns for 2 of your clients. They should both have separate accounts. Never run multiple client campaigns from the same account, because the budgets will be different, the locations will be different, the keywords and the negative keywords will be different for different businesses. So I would highly recommend keep them separate and you don't get into a muddle. Otherwise you will have big problems going forward. Okay. So Sai, you are saying 15 separate ads and a responsive ad designed with 15 headlines has any difference? I'm not sure what you mean, but what you need to do is when you are creating a responsive search ad, you put in up to 15 headlines and up to 4 description lines, and then Google is going to mix and match these different headlines and see which combination is performing the best. Okay, I'm planning of a startup, i.e. video production for local businesses. Okay, I will use stock videos and make explainer videos for local businesses. How can I market it? All right, I am marketing my business using video. Video is at the top of the list of my marketing activities. You would have seen me upload videos on my YouTube channel regularly, and now I've started to do these YouTube lives as well. So if you are you've got to do the things which you are preaching. If you're telling somebody or to your client, well, you need to get started with your video marketing because video is the best thing since sliced bread. But then why aren't you doing it yourself if it's so bloody brilliant? So, I find this a bit of hypocrisy, that when somebody is telling you to do something, or it's like a doctor telling you should not smoke, but then the doctor himself is a heavy smoker. So that doesn't work. You're not going to take his advice, and you're going to say, well, he smokes all day long, so why can't I? And he's telling me to stop smoking or eat junky food, whereas he has got, some doctors are they have a bit of a weight on them. So you got to do and preach and do the same things. And when I say to my clients, look, you got to start with video marketing, they tend to listen to me because they know I'm doing this. They see my ads, they see my videos keep coming up, and I'm in front of them. And video is the best way to build trust and get your message out there. I'm not a big fan of explainer videos and going to a Fiverr or Upwork and create a video with some third person. If you want to sell your services and sell yourself, then you are your brand, just like I'm my brand. I'm making these videos myself. So do the same thing. When your customers see that, they will come to you for sure. So to sell videos and for video production, video is the best platform and channel you've got. Okay, Emmanuel, you're saying I have 2 customers for the same industry. I have keywords, they all want SKAGs due to my experience. I'm afraid running SKAGs for both customers might turn to be expensive for both of them. But are they in the same location? It's completely, if they're in different locations, then it doesn't matter. But you should not be running 2 customers from the same account. And secondly, how do the billing works? I presume you are getting billed by Google and then the customer pays you. What if the customer doesn't pay you? Then you're stuck. So when we run campaigns for all of our accounts or our clients, they pay their Google account. They pay Google directly. We never get involved with their billing. So we get access to their Google account and we manage it in their account. So every customer has got their own Google account. We never ever pay their Google ads, nor we have multiple accounts in customers in the same account. Okay, BVKL, please upload total video. I missed your answers. Well, this, if you're referring to this session, it will be saved later on in a little while and you can watch it over again. Okay, hi Amish. Thanks for sharing wonderful tips and tricks. I'm running YouTube ad with budget of $50 per day. Why am I not see my own ad during campaign? Should I change the placement? Without looking at your campaign settings, it's pretty impossible to answer that question as to why you're not seeing your ads. Do you want to see your ads? Is there any particular reason? As long as you are getting conversions for your company or your customers, then you don't need to worry too much about it. Okay, Sai, any special feature about this responsive ads, like how the ad ranking will come into the picture? Not really. You just set them up and let it run and get the data, and you start to see what's happening. The CTR, the average CPC, your conversions, conversion rate, cost per conversion, all of them will be in here, and then you can see whether your expanded text ads are performing well, or your call ads are performing well, or your responsive search ads are performing well. So just get started if you haven't set one up, and worry about what's going to happen afterwards. Okay. Pro Noob, sir, how to get customers for Google Ads? Should I approach local business directly? Well, right now we can't. Nobody can. The whole world is on a lockdown. So the only way you can approach businesses is through online marketing. And digital marketing is where, especially Google Ads, is a very powerful way to reach your customers. But a lot of businesses are closed. So right now what you want to be focusing on is building your brand. You want to start your marketing right now and not think about conversions and getting customers and sales. That is going to happen in 2 or 3 months time when we get back to the normal. Just go and start doing videos, put up videos, and you see what's going to happen, because you will differentiate yourself from your competitors. Very few people are doing what I'm doing right now, is putting up every day YouTube live. Yeah, it does take a bit of an effort, but I'm going to make an effort for myself and for all of you guys to hopefully make a difference, because I'm really enjoying answering all your questions, and hopefully this is going to help you for your future and to improve your business and your skill set. So right now what you want to be doing is, all of you watching this, get started with video marketing. Doesn't matter, even if you are not comfortable in front of being the camera. I'm the same. I don't like looking at my videos. I don't like hearing my own voice, but I'm not sitting here looking at my videos. All of you guys are. And then I get subscribers, I get comments, I get feedback, and people thank me for doing all this. And I know that what I'm doing is what people like, and I get customers from it as well. So building up this trust is the key, and for the next 90 days you just got to focus on, okay, how can I build up my brand and how can I do this. Give yourself a challenge, a 90-day challenge of uploading one video a day. Now I'm going to share my screen, and this is what I did 2 years ago. So this is on the SEMRush website. They published this in June 28, 2018. I gave myself a 90-day challenge of uploading one video a day to see what happens. And it literally changed our business for the better. And all we do now is to market our business through video marketing and nothing else. And there are some more blog posts over here. I'll put in this URL in the description box below, so by all means go there. You got lots of things about YouTube video ads, video marketing course, local video marketing tips. So who asked this question about getting local customers? You can use these tips and strategies, and also just get started. And that's all I'm going to say. So thank you. I think I've answered everybody. So thanks for being with me. I hope you enjoyed it. I'll really appreciate if you put in a little like and a comment underneath this video. And I shall see you same time on Monday. So have a nice weekend. Stay safe and all the best. Bye for now.